Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Cimnanya, and thank you all so much for all the love and support. Hope you all are doing great. So, I really do not understand how Haitians became the problem right now, and for Representative Clay to make tweets and saying that Haitians are wild, from eating pets and that like they are the nastiest country. And then went further to say that they have courts doing voodoos and they have plus slapstick gangsters. They are slapstick gangsters, and they are probably feeling sophisticated after filing charges against Donald Trump. That is, he said in his own word, president and vice president. And he went further to say that all these talks better get their mind right, and their asses out of our country before January 20th. And who are you all to threaten people? I just do not understand it. Now, the problem is that I think that they are trying to shift our mind from Project 2024, because I do not see how all of a sudden Haitians become the problem. Now, why are you people fighting them? But the whole thing is really crazy because I really do not understand how they went from Haitians are eating this and eating that and then started causing a lot of problems for them, making life also hard for them from this. It's kind of ridiculous. Let's get into this.
Yesterday or the day before, this was tweeted out by Representative Clay Higgins. It reads, LOL, these Haitians are wild, eating pets, voodoo, nastiest country in the Western Hemisphere, cults, slapstick gangsters, but damned if they don't feel all sophisticated now, filing charges against our president and VP. All these thugs better get their mind right and their ass out of our country before January 20th. Number one, Donald Trump and J.D. Vance are not president and VP. Number two, Representative Clay Higgins is a racist. Point blank period. Number three, there's this circus now surrounding this tweet by news media. They're being distracted, right? They had a press conference and asked Mike Johnson what was his thoughts on it. Mike Johnson said he didn't know much about it, but he heard that the tweet had been deleted. He said that Clay Higgins is this principled man. He is not a principled man. He is a vile racist. But Mike Johnson goes on to talk about how he went in the back, Clay Higgins went in the back and prayed about it. And yeah, we're going to move forward because the tweet has now been deleted. And we believe in redemption around here. Clay Higgins is still trending today. News media is still talking about this tweet today. This is a distraction. I don't come in here a lot of times talking about this is a distraction. This is designed to be a distraction. I don't do that a lot. This is a distraction. There's a lot going on around Donald Trump that they don't want you talking about. They don't want you talking about Project 2025 and Donald Trump's connections to it, J.D. Vance's connections to it. They don't want you talking about Project 2025 and the dangers it is and how it will destroy our democracy. They don't want you talking about that. Ladies, they don't want you talking about these abortion bans. They don't want you mentioning Amber Nicole Thurman's name. They don't want you mentioning Candy Miller's name. They don't want you mentioning Amari Marsh's name. They don't want you talking about their stories. They want to distract you from the horrors of these abortion bans that have been implemented in Republican states all across the country and who made these abortion bans possible. They don't want you connecting Donald Trump to Amber Thurman Nicole or Amber Nicole Thurman and Candy Miller and Amari Marsh. They don't want you talking about that. And you know they don't want you talking about the lie that they purposely spread about legal Haitian immigrants that were brought into this country to save the economy in Springfield, Ohio. The nasty racist lie that they have spread. And as a result, bomb threats, school closures, people in the neighborhood having to deal with threats from people like the Proud Boys who serve Donald Trump and J.D. Vance, who are a part of the Republican Party. They don't want you talking about how a Haitian group has risen up to say, no, Donald Trump, you will not put us in danger. We are filing charges against you for the racist, vile lie that you are telling about Haitian immigrants in this country. They don't want you talking about that. They're trying to distract you because they are tired of hearing you talk about how poorly Donald Trump did in the debate with Kamala Harris a couple of weeks ago. They don't want you talking about how unhinged he was, how he didn't talk about policy, how he lied throughout the entire debate. They don't want you talking about that. They don't want you talking about how clear and concise Kamala Harris was, how she was measured as she talked about her policies and what it was that she wanted to do for the American people. They don't want you talking about that. They don't want you talking about these poll numbers and how Kamala Harris is quickly closing the gap between her and Donald Trump. They don't want you talking about how constituents in Florida are fed up with Donald Trump and the MAGA nuts and how Florida is now in play. They don't want you talking about how no matter what they're trying to do here in Georgia, Donald Trump doesn't have a huge lead because those of us in Georgia, we are sitting on ready. We are getting out to the polls and we will be voting for Kamala Harris. They don't want you talking about that. They want to distract you from that. You know they don't want you talking about Mark Robinson with his old nasty ass. They don't want you talking about how Donald Trump praised Mark Robinson and told the world that Mark Robinson was his choice and Mark Robinson was better than Martin Luther King. And they don't want you connecting Donald Trump to Mark Robinson. No, they don't want you talking about that. They trying to distract you from talking about those assassination attempts. It's fine if Donald Trump talks about it because Donald Trump spins it. But if we talk about it, then we're going to let everybody else know that it was Republicans that was trying to take Donald Trump out. And baby, they do not want you talking about Marcellus Williams' execution. Because if you talk about it, then you'll be talking about how the governor of that state is a Donald Trump supporter. He's a MAGA nut. And they don't want you tying that man to Donald Trump. They don't want you talking about how the case went all the way up to the Supreme Court and the 3 Supreme Court justices that were appointed by Donald Trump voted to murder Marcellus Williams. They don't want you talking about that at all. They don't want you talking about how the 3 Supreme Court justices that were appointed by Democrat presidents voted to save Marcellus Williams. They don't want you to talk about those specifics. No, they don't want us talking about any of that. They want to distract us with this tweet from this known racist. We've seen this type of racism before. If that's what they want to talk about, let them talk about it. I say the rest of us who have voices and platforms across social media, let's continue to talk about what it is that they're trying to distract us from. Let's continue to talk about all of the things that I have listed, and let us do it on a massive.
So this is all I got from this video. And sincerely speaking, I know they are trying to distract people from the reality, because I do not understand the constant batching of Haitians and their lifestyle. But then what I do not understand is eating pet, because they know they are lying. And I absolutely do not understand how they got that at the first place. And if you go around, look around what is going on, especially on social media, people that live in Springfield are already having a hard time, and they are still spreading this kind of rhetoric, which is not good for anybody, Haitian, Black people, or anybody, because you cannot differentiate who is Haitian, Black, or this thing, probably except when they bring their passport, right? So what I am saying is that if they are talking about Haitian, it's as good as they are also talking about you, because how do you know who is Haitian? Like, Black people are Black people. I don't know if you understand what I am saying, right? First of all, you are Black before any other thing. So enough of all this rhetoric. And the truth is that we are not going to stop talking about the things going on, especially Project 2025, which is very, very harmful to, in so many ways. Because when we talk about Project 2025, there are so many things that are involved in that Project 2025 that are not good for anybody. I mean, immigration, am I starting from deportation of people, and Islamophobia, anti-Blackness, and the economic rise of it. I mean, it's just a whole lot. And there are some things I can start listing here, right? Because, I am trying to also save myself and my channel. I mean, it's a whole lot. And Black people and every other person are very much concerned, because how can you as a human being not have the right over your body and the rest of it? So all this doesn't really make sense. That's why everybody is out there screaming and shouting. And then some people are still out there putting out their support for them and all that. But that is you people's problem, right? I do not want to, I don't tell people vote for this person, vote for the other person. But as an adult, you absolutely know what is right from what is wrong. So let them stop distracting us with Haitian, saying that Haitians are the most whatever people on earth. They do voodoo, they do that, and all that. Don't you people do voodoo? Don't you people also do voodoo? And the ones that say they are Christians, I see how your Christianity is going. So let people practice what they believe in, and stop coming out here every day disturbing us with things that are irrelevant, because all these are not the things that is relevant to us. We are looking out for probably a better America, where Black people will have their rights and all that, where immunity will not be given the cops, where people can go out and come back in peace without being scared, police brutality, and the rest of it. So is that too hard to ask for? See you all in my next video. Bye for now.